There with the particular location of this video, and I wanted to show you the HTC One M9 camera in sort of internal conditions, so inside a house in normal lighting. So it's not daylight anymore, it's dark, and we've got lamps on. And I'm just going to show you the camera in action. Before I do that, by the way, I wanted to just show you these sort of quick access buttons here, so you can turn your Wi-Fi on or off, your Bluetooth, your data, your power save, your airplane mode. So I can adjust the brightness of the screen by pressing this here. Just tap it and you can see it's obviously getting brighter and darker. But here's the camera. Straight into the camera. It's a 20 megapixel rear camera on this particular unit, ultra pixel selfie camera up front, and you just take a photo like this. Easy as that. I've turned the volume down a bit, but you can adjust what the volume button does here by a quick option there, so you can say capture or zoom or actually adjust just the volume. So I'm going to say the volume, turn that up, and then you can hear it just about clicking. Press and hold. I'll take loads of photos at once. Great, absolutely great. I am a big fan of the HDR mode, by the way. Now, the HDR mode is something I use quite a lot on my LG G3, but before I get to that, I can go through those thousands of photos I've just taken and pick the best one. Now, I'm just going to press best shot, and it will choose the best shot out of all those that I just took, and it will save it, and apparently it's that blurry mess. But that one is perhaps the best one. Now, what I usually do is I go into my camera settings and I go to HDR. On the LG G3 it saves that mode as my default. Here on the HTC One M9, if I take a photo in HDR mode, let's say, and then I come out of the camera app like this, I go back into the camera app and I find that we're back to auto mode, which is what I don't want. And there doesn't seem to be a setting in here to adjust that. You can maybe save a custom camera, call it camera 1. So you can see here I've got the selfie camera, panorama, and camera 1. So camera 1 has got my HDR mode on. So let's set it to HDR mode, and let's send settings, save custom camera. Do you want to save the modification? Yes, right. Custom camera saved. So now I go back out the camera, go back in the camera. HDR mode is saved and on, which is great. It's just something that you need to remember if you're going to set your camera up in a certain way that you like. I like HDR mode to be on all the time. The only problem is, in low light like this, HDR mode, when I press fire to take a shot, this is how long it takes to take a photo. Now, this isn't a preview, this is processing. Now that is far too long, in my opinion, to take a HDR shot. I don't know why, in low light especially, it takes such a long time. But that aside, there are a range of options in here. You can crop, you can choose camera options, you can change the auto smile, voice capture, touch capture, lock the focus during video. You can look at the review duration, set self timer, change resolution. It's obviously on the highest mode initially, which is great. I like that, because before we've reviewed phones and the camera's not actually set on the highest setting, which is annoying. You can set geo tagging on and off, the shutter sound on and off, where you're going to save your camera shots, or whether to the storage. You can set your white balance. Obviously you need to set that back to auto mode to change that. So you can set the ISO level, EV level, all these extra settings. The white balance, you can have it to incandescent, fluorescent, cloudy. I'm going to set it to auto, obviously. And you can also fiddle about with these camera settings. So you can have panorama, you can have a selfie mode, which includes a makeup mode, which basically blends your face and makes it look fresher and younger. And you've also got the Zoe system, which I'll quickly show you here on the video. And if I go into here and into Zoe, here's one I created earlier, It's very easy to set up a Zoe or a Zoe video, whatever you want to call it. You can add your own soundtrack, and you can change the way the images are ordered. If I turn this up, again, the audio is amazing through these speakers. I do like the speakers. It creates a little video montage of your day, and you can save it, you can share it. Other people can then edit it and remix it if you allow them to. So that's a great little feature, the HTC Zoe system. The camera, though, I must say, isn't as good as I expected it to be, the 20 megapixel. Especially, I was taking a photo this evening, and the light and the dark was just couldn't really balance it out. But I'll show you that and show you some of those example videos on the site. But that's the HTC One M9 camera system.